Good morning. Happy Monday. Happy August. So glad you could join us today. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Um, I hope that you all are staying either cool or warm wherever you are in the world, and that the energies that are just swirling around are being kind to you. Hey, Ravenheart, nice to see you, my dear. I just wanted to let you all know that I'm going to be sending out an email in the next few days, hopefully this week, that will have the registration link for Mother's online September retreat, which I can't wait. It's called Reclaiming Self. So excited. I think it's just going to be fantastic. Full moon. Ooh, and she's going to be using that a lot. So I'm really excited about that. That's coming up September 8th through the 11th. And I'm also going to put a bunch of other links in there. If you attend these, you probably don't need those links. A lot of them are going to be to past videos because I haven't sent out an email in a while about these live streams. But also, I am a monthly co-host for Spiritual Insights Radio with Charlotte Spicer. And we had such a fantastic session. Boy, Mother just, I don't know what the subject was really powerful, but the energy was so powerful. So I'm going to be putting that link up there as well. And if you don't know that I do a monthly segment on her show, well, now you know. And if you you can go to her website as well. I'll probably put both links there, one to the actual recording itself and then to her general website. I've got a whole, she has me set up with a whole web page, all the past recordings. You know, it's all free and just some phenomenal content. Really, really phenomenal. And usually for the first half, Charlotte and I chat about the subject and share our insights or whatever. And then Mother does the last half of the show. So anyway, that's coming out. So check your inbox. And if you're not on the email list, go to belovedpublications.com and join the email list. And then you'll have all this great stuff, all this great content that will be sent right to your inbox. All right, Barbara, aloha, my dear. Good to see you. And Krista Lynn, how lovely to see you. Oh, you're moving today. Well, we are all circling you with love and support, Crystalline, because I have moved more than my fair share in my life, and I know that no matter how smooth it goes or how much you want to move or how great it is, it's always really stressful. So we're going to send you lots of love for your journey today. Jane, it's good to see you, and Marisol, lovely to have you here. All right, so let's dive in. Mm. Hello, beloved ones. It is wonderful to be here with you today. So let us take a deep breath of love on the inhalation and let go of love on the exhalation. On the inhalation, you are loved, and on the exhalation, you love. Each breath, allowing yourself to be loved and to love more deeply, more fully, more completely. No matter what you have going on in your day, no matter how people are behaving in your life, no matter what is stirring inside of you, breathe in love and breathe love out. And now love goes before you into the day, paving your way, illuminating the path, and reminding you every step of the way. And love is the answer no matter the question. Wonderful. So today, beloved ones, I am going to talk to you about the biggest lie that you tell yourself and others. Now, as this is translated to many different languages, the nuances might change a bit, but the essence of the lie is the same. No matter what language or languages you speak, no matter how you phrase it, the lie weighs heavily on your heart and your soul, your mind, your body, your being. And that is the lie of expressing that you are fine, or it's fine, or you're okay, or it's okay, when you are not. And some of you may find that this is a reactionary response. If something happens or you are involved with circumstances that do not feel right to you, that do not resonate with you, that are causing you distress or hurt or problems, and if you either stay silent and convince yourself internally that I'm fine, it's okay, no problem, or you express it externally when someone asks, are you okay? I'm fine. I'm fine. This one lie that you tell yourself again and again, that you tell others again and again, can cause more damage than you might imagine. In the moment, it can seem like a little white lie. I don't want to bother them or upset them, or I feel too afraid to express what I really think or feel. So it seems easier in that moment to acquiesce to that old, seductive, familiar, fallback habit of saying, I'm all right, I'm okay, I'm fine, it's fine, when you aren't and it isn't. I have spoken before, here and there, about the energy of transparency that was ignited into fullness at the dawning of the new millennium. So around 2000, the energy of transparency built and built and built, and then really came into fruition in 2000. And all that fear around what was going to happen at the millennium or the end of the Mayan calendar or Y2K or all these things, all that fear stemmed from this energy of transparency that is now a part of the Earth's energy, the human collective energy, the energy of all the plant and creature life on the planet. And it is frightening because the energy of transparency isn't just a way for people who are doing terrible and bad things to be caught, for their lies or their cheating or their reign of terror to be made transparent so that people can put them in jail or take away their privileges or change how a company is operating. Although that is some of the benefits that can help make your world a better place, it affects everyone, including each and every one of you. So the lie that you're fine when you aren't, that circumstances are fine when they aren't, more and more this lie is being revealed to you and to others when you use it. Your assurances that you're okay when you're not will ring more and more false inside you and when you express them to others. And you may have already noticed that the people around you, it's easier to tell when they're saying they're fine when they aren't. That there is this false note in the words. And then other times when people are, you yourself or other people are saying you're okay, you're fine, when you really are, you can feel the note of truth in that. It has a resonance. And the false claim of being all right, being okay, has a dissonance. This lie is the number one reason. Are you ready? It's the number one reason that you suffer with hurt in this life. I'll say that again. The lie of saying you are okay when you are not is the number one reason you suffer with hurt in this life. Now, I am not including those of you that suffer from mental illness or physical illness that are long-term. That is a whole nother kind of pain and can be long-term suffering. Those are different circumstances. But, and this is important to note, that even if you suffer from mental illness or physical illness and you engage in that lie, you will pile on more hurt and more suffering than you are already experiencing because of your illness. And for people that are ill, this lie can be something that they cling to because they don't want to burden others, because every day they might not be feeling fine. And when others ask you, how are you? You think, oh, they don't want to hear that I'm not fine again today, because I say that I'm not doing okay every day. Because I'm in physical pain or I'm in mental and emotional anguish. And yet when you lie to others, even to save them hurt, or you lie because you don't want to be bothered to explain why you're not feeling good today again, or you don't want to face the censorship of others, you are placing yourself in a position to be hurt. When you lie to yourself and others, particularly with this one lie, you place yourself consistently in a position to be hurt. Why? Because if you say you're fine, most people are going to take you at your word. And so they're going to just keep doing what they're doing. Speaking the way they speak, acting the way they act, reacting the way they react. Because they have no idea what's really happening inside of you, because you are withholding that sharing, that information, that authentic expression of self. And when you do that, there's nowhere to go in a relationship with that. There's nowhere to find common ground, to work out compromises that end up fulfilling each person's needs. Maybe not their wants, but their needs. Every time that you say you are fine when you are not, a little something inside of you dies a little bit. Just a bit, just a touch. Because when you say that, when you express that lie, whether you tell yourself it or others, you are you are solidifying that old belief that what you need or how you need to express yourself doesn't matter. And when you were a child, and maybe you were in a very difficult home situation, and you learned that that lie helped you to survive, that is vital to your existence. But if you are not living in a situation that is deeply abusive, that you absolutely cannot get out of, then you no longer need that lie for your survival. And if you come from trauma in childhood, it can be very difficult to right-size what's happening in the moment, in the present, while you may be in a difficult relationship and it's not going the way you want it to, and there may be even some elements of abuse. It may not be anything like the level you suffered as a child, but inside your nervous system says it is. And so you have to stay silent. You have to lie and say you're fine when you're not, because you are afraid of suffering the consequences of authentic self-expression. And I'm not saying that lying to yourself is morally bad, or telling someone you're fine when you're not is morally bad, or you are violating some kind of spiritual code. What I am telling you, my beloved children, is that you hurt yourself, and at the same time you may be hurting the people around you. For example, if you are too afraid to express yourself in a particular relationship, that you say you're fine when you are not, and then other people take you at your word and they continue to behave in the exact same way or speak to you in the same way because they don't know that it's hurting you, then you are setting them up to be hurtful to you over and over and over. Whereas if you found the courage that lives inside of you right now to express yourself, to come to that common ground, to connect with them, to work through something that maybe you don't know exactly how to work through it, but you express what's happening inside for you, then you give them the opportunity to shift their behavior. And sometimes it can be the easiest thing for them to shift. It literally is no big deal for them to change the way they speak or what they are doing, because they don't want to hurt you and you don't want to be hurt. And when you lie and tell people that you are okay, that circumstances are okay, or their behavior is okay, then you just put yourself in a position to be hurt over and over and over and over again. And then you might develop resentment towards the other person, or the circumstances, or the group of people that are involved in whatever's happening. And then you start blaming them. And then your anger grows, and you are angry at them, whether it is overtly or covertly. And you create a whole nother level of pain, a whole nother layer of suffering. And no one understands why you're angry all the time, or why you are complaining all the time. People cannot figure it out. They become frustrated then with you, and the cycle goes on and on and on. And in the end, you often lose the very thing that you wanted to keep, the reason you stayed silent, the reason you told that person or those people that you were fine when you weren't. You end up losing the very thing because of that lie that you try to maintain with the lie. It can be deeply frightening to let go of that lie. And a way that you might serve others in helping them let go of that lie is to stop asking strangers or people you don't really want the answer to, how are you? And reserve that question for people that you genuinely want to hold space to hear the true and honest answer. So with strangers at the checkout counter at the grocery store, instead of saying, "Hi, how are you today?" you can say, "Hi, it's nice to see you today. Thank you for your service. Have a great day." Imagine how painful it is for the person at the checkout at the grocery if they are not fine and they are really struggling. That they are asked, "How are you? How are you? How are you?" 100 times in the day. And every time they have to lie. "I'm doing good. How about you?" In some cultures, particularly in the English language, "how are you" has become a kind of a different way of saying hello. People don't often really want to know the true answer to that. Because if you ask and you're checking out your groceries and you are paying with your card or your cash and you say, "How are you?" and the cashier starts to tell you how really they are, it might be like a deer in the headlights moment. What are you doing? what is happening here? How do you respond to that when there are 10 other people behind you in the line? So start to pay attention to this lie, to change some of your habitual ways of communicating with strangers, and make these small shifts. And even if someone says, "How are you today?" and you are not well, things are not going okay, you can say honestly, "Not well today." You don't have to talk about it, but I'm asking you to be honest. And the more honest you are about what you are authentically experiencing and how you relate to others through that experience, day to day, the stronger you will feel inside. You don't have to complain to people if you're not doing well. Complaining is one of those passive aggressive forms of authentic self-expression. It's surface stuff, and it keeps you in this cycle of resentment, bitterness, regret, frustration. But you can simply say, "I'm not doing well today," or "I'm struggling today." But that's okay. "I'm sad today," and that's all right. Because that is okay. It is fine to be angry, to be sad, to struggle, to be lost, to not be having a good day. That's what's okay. And if more and more people become honest when others ask, "How are you today?" and they don't like the answer they get, maybe they will stop asking the question and they will find a different way to communicate with strangers or acquaintances in their lives. And reserve that question for the people that they genuinely want to make time to share that answer with. Each day the energy of transparency grows and grows and grows on this planet, the harder it will be for you to tell yourself and others that lie. And that, beloved ones, is truly, truly a wonderful thing. Find your courage to express yourself as you need to do so. Trust that what you need is equal to the needs of those around you. And while it may not feel safe to express yourself fully, authentically to everyone, you can learn to express yourself authentically in small bits with everyone around you, without all the details, and save the details for the people you are close to. You don't have to hide anything about yourself. I love you completely, unconditionally, fully, just as you are. Have a wonderful week. Namaste. Oh, goodness. Well, that just flew by. Wow. Yes, Christine. I agree. Oh, thank you all so much. Hi, Branislav. It's good to see you. And Amy, so glad you're here, my dear. Thank you all for joining me this week. And I have every intention of being here next Monday at the same time. Oh, I'm so glad you're back, Francoise. That's wonderful. Oh, Sunflower. Oh, that's who it is. Hey, Sunflower. Oh, I'm so glad you're here with us, my dear. And Felicia, so glad you're here. Big hugs to all of you. Have a fantastic week. And yeah, look for my email coming soon, very, very soon. Because, I don't know about you, but I'm ready for another retreat with Mother. I'm excited. All right, take care, everybody, and I'll see you here next week.